The attack was reminiscent of a flash of light.
お初にお目にかかる。私のことはカールから聞いているかね？
For a moment, Marie felt as if her body was crushed, but then, before her senses could catch up, she was being held by that man. Beauty that made the conscious mind go hazy, a voice that flowed with elegance and echoed with commanding nobility, strength that made his embrace impossible to resist. To say that he had the makings of a perfect man would not be an exaggeration. No observational angle could throw a shadow over the golden mien of his blinding light. However,
K のためにこの夜会を用意した。僭越ながら共に踊ってはいただけまいか。
those sweet mannerisms made chills overwhelm the very core of her being, chills unlike those of a female awestruck by a high-quality male. That was definitely not what she felt. It wasn't favor, respect, servility, or dependence, that much was certain. Then how would one label the sensation? The melody of an orchestra reached her ears. They were standing in the center of a palatial grand hall, surrounded by dozens of musicians.
彼らは私の騎士で同志だ。皆が K を歓迎している。さあ、共に一曲。
And so the ball began, disregarding her confusion.
彼は私を何と言っていたね？マルグリット。
It was strange. Incomprehensible even. Marie felt unaccustomed to dancing, nor did she have a grasp of the etiquette required at social events fit for nobility.
理解を深め合う最良の一つとして、共通の知人を話題にするのは有意義だ。あなたの知る彼はどのように私を評していたのだろう。ぜひ聞きたい。
Reinhard took the lead and did it all without flaw, treating Marie like a girl born to royals and raised like one. Not a single soul in the hall was looking down on her. Marie looked around in confusion, wondering what was going on. If reason had any influence here, then she was no doubt experiencing a welcome that most women would only dream about. She was a guest. The host was a man with no visible flaws. The hospitality he provided nothing short of perfect. Everything was gaudy, grand, and refined. Countless women might be reasonably overwhelmed by all of this, yet those who could honestly say they disliked it were few and far between. Then what was wrong with her? Everything, the man, his castle, and the music around them, felt wrong. She was at a complete loss for words, lacking the vocabulary needed to aptly describe the sensation. He was looking straight at her. Marie couldn't help but shift her gaze away from his glaring golden gander. The orchestral music flowing into her ears was both grandiose and clean, clearly establishing itself as the amalgamation of many a great skill. However, each and every one of the talented players seemed clouded in something off, distorted or warped. Marie felt as if they were performing at a funeral. Then she realized that there was something more blatant about them. There was a woman playing the cello. The left half of her face was nothing but a hideous burn scar. There was a boy playing the flute, whose right eye was completely out of its socket. There was a man conducting the ensemble. His body was merged with something wrought of iron. Confusion gripped her with renewed vigor. Marie questioned the very scene before her as she looked around, realizing that each and every single one of them were missing a part of their body, be it a small amount or a significant portion. Some even looked like they should not be alive at all. And then it finally dawned on her that she was surrounded by an orchestra of the dead.
答えは
The Golden Man smiled. He and he alone, out of everyone present in the hall, seemed to radiate an aura of perfection that bordered on the uncanny. It felt almost as if, indeed, as if both the man and the entirety of this world was.
地獄
He had consumed countless people, the aura of their death and suffering still lingering about him. Such was the impression she had converged upon.
なるほど。変わらんな、あの男も。
He spoke with the grace of a devil as Marie finally noticed the core of her own unease. What would explain all these profound thoughts and emotions in her chest? Why did she know words and concepts that she shouldn't? Those very questions spinning in her head were more than out of the ordinary.
これは一
And so her lips parted to give life to that whisper. The knowledge she shouldn't have had was overwhelming and breaking everything that constituted her very being. She felt like one of the dead, still performing their piece.
地獄か。個人的には呼び名など心底からどうでもよいがね。だが無冠であれば歓喜はない。私の世界においてそれは許さん。言ったろ、愛し方を享受すると。
She finally understood. This was fear. The only emotion plaguing her heart in his presence was absolute dread. So this was why Cagliostro told her he was a terrifying man. This is why Ren trembled at his ominous golden presence. And Marie could even understand the fine details behind it.
あなたはたった一人。
She was like him, but different. They were both beyond, but like Marie, the man was one to repaint the whole of the cosmos all by his lonesome.
かもしれん。
Right, a good comparison would be...
K は大海に落ちても溶けぬ宝石。私は大海を染め上げる墨のようなもの。
A pebble, a drop, and drastic difference in their influence.
波動と愚動。カールはそう言っていたな。前者は私、後者は K だ。私としてはそちらの方が眩しく見える。
Marie didn't want to know. She wished to stay oblivious, yet in the end she couldn't help but understand.
カールは波動の激突を望んでいる。無論私もそこは同じ。故に彼がいて彼を愛する K がいるのだ。トー・マルグリット、この私をどう思うね。
The ensemble played a requiem fit for the apocalypse, their instruments handled by an orchestra of the dead. If his world plunged into the ocean, its waters would all be painted anew in its color. Which is why
怖いよ。
she was scared of the idea that she and him could be ravaged and erased by this land of the dead. That might have been the first time she had ever experienced what it felt like to reject something. The golden man grinned as if that was the answer he had been longing for.
ならば共に天をいただかず。岩尾、ここに宣戦は布告された。
The attack was reminiscent of a flash of light that took the shape of a shining lance. The battle cries reverberating throughout the castle turned into torturous hurrahs as they pierced through her chest.
その誓い、夢忘れぬように呪いを送ろう。痛みが胸にある限り、そは恩義を溶かし続ける。
Marie was once asked if she wanted to go on a journey, if she was fine with doing nothing but singing by herself for all eternity. She could find no answer back then. Cagliostro promised her to make it enjoyable. She, the unmelting gem in this ocean of stars, would change. She begged him for an answer. What was on his mind when he approached her? What was he planning to have her do? Marie's consciousness faded as her mind took a dive through memories. How long had it been since the two had their first encounter? She wished Cagliostro to tell her. What could have been going through his mind back then? She felt that knowing that would make it easier for her to accept the striking changes within herself. Chapter 7 Sacrament. In an introspection, in a calm inspection of his own many negatives, Mercurius found his taste for jest to be the one that stood out the most. Next came his needless verbosity. With his nature being that of an inconsiderate man, he was severely unequipped to speak the necessary words at the necessary time in the necessary amounts. He acknowledged that fact. In fact, he was doing it right now. The meaning of the deluge of letters he had just spouted forth could easily be boiled down to the simple and meager four-word sentence of, "I talk too much." He was a wordsmith that refined the complicated and reforged the straightforward into the complex. That is how he preferred to perceive and present his thoughts. It was small wonder those environing him would consider him vexing. That was what it meant to speak in jest. As the roundabout phrases he spun and weaved played with the diverse audiences and filled them with displeasure, curiosity, or apathy, he developed a habit of looking deep into his own makings and workings. The heart of it lay in the fact that he saw little value in mutual understanding, an effective relay of intention, and lo, there it came again. All he spoke just then could be summed up in nothing more than a simple, I only speak what I want to say, nothing more and nothing less. Yet even he encountered moments when he wished someone to understand him, to share in his vision and walk towards it hand in hand. Though he led a long and sloppy life, such moments only amounted to a mere two. Whether or not this event was one worthy of commemoration remained to be seen, yet here it was, the moment that began it all.
あなたに恋をした。
A man so roundabout, so euphemistic, he who hardly ever expected comprehension from another. Why then did his lips breathe life to the most direct, simple, and plain words that left no room for misinterpretation?
あなたにひざまずかせていただきたい、花よ。
He knew the reason and he knew it well. He was simply nervous. Nervous with fear, nervous with envy, or perhaps even with searing hatred. He wished the maiden to acknowledge him. He wished to avoid the cruelty of being regarded as a worthless existence best left ignored. And that is why his words were stripped of their decor and left to freeze in the cold, leaving them unsightly, unpresentable, and unfitting, especially for the purpose of courting a lady. There was no denying that he had acted like a youth simply wet behind the ears. Ignoring the question of whether he actually lived through a period that could be described as youth, this was the only time, the only moment when he could be equated to an inexperienced young boy at the apex of his greenery. The only moment when he felt embarrassment about the words that escaped him. Even now he had trouble believing it, but his burst of passion felt so fierce it left him unable to discern whether the experience was foreknowledge or something entirely alien. The comedy of it was transparent. Despite ambiguity existing as his natural state of being, the very first time he displayed certainty, he became an existence even more ambiguous than before. Such was the story of his bittersweet blunder. He wished for him to share his love for her.
あなたは誰？
Ren Fuji, Zarathustra, or perhaps a kindred jester. You were my third, so let me be straightforward for the third time ever. I will now speak my will, for I want you to share my love for the first moment and my fellowship for the second. You are my...
あなたの奴隷だよ、マルグリット・ブルイユ。あなたの所有物であり、あなたの力であり、あなたの分身としてあなたを救い、あなたのおかげで幸せを得るあなたの傀儡だ。私はそのために生まれた。俺は。
Go on. Awaken and open your eyes. This is something to be joyous about, is it not? My second went and broke my first for the sake of my third, yourself. How blessed I am to have such a loyal friend, such a fine lady, and such an excellent ex. You all fill me with an urge to boast. Caduceus shall not be cut, severed, or torn apart. Entangle yourself once more with greater power and intensity than ever before. Take a step towards your own completion. Shed your skin and be reborn, my dear substitute, my son. Cold. That was the first sensation that greeted me as I awoke. Then I became aware of the darkness enveloping my vision. My eyes had been open without me realizing it. I blinked a number of times to fix their focus and get them accustomed to the lack of light. It was dark, but not pitch black. I tried to get up, but the pain plaguing every inch of my body made it hard to breathe, let alone move. It was probably nothing more than the haze of being freshly awoken, so I simply clenched my teeth and let it fade away. I wasn't even trying to be quiet. The pain was just so intense that all I could muster were silent moans. Enduring the agony, I explored my memories. was this place? Why was I here? Wait, why was I even alive? Damage to the Irae was an injury to the body. A wound to the soul produced feedback that went straight to the flesh. I saw it happen when I killed Speen. My weapon was completely shattered into pretty little pieces, so there was no way I could be alive.
どうして
With the freshest of my memories flooding back into my head, I found myself in a state of confusion. Crap, I had to calm down. The condition of my body was more important. First and foremost, I didn't die, far from ship shape, but there was no doubt that I was alive. The pain was the greatest proof of that. Even a slight move to get a grasp of my own posture made my entire body creak. What was with my posture anyway? I raised my chin and took a deep breath like a carp nibbling on some feed floating on the water's surface. Needless to say, it hurt like hell. But breathing with my head hanging down would have been too arduous a task. The cause of the stench of iron in the air I breathed in was probably my own blood. The blood in my mouth, throat, and deep within my nasal canal. The more I focused on my injuries, the more of it I started to taste. The cold air flowing through my lungs brought a pleasant chill to my whole body. The heat it fought was proof of the severity of my injuries, the sensation of being heavily injured, a feeling becoming all too familiar as of late. Shit. The first time was when that dumbass Shiro went in. Stop, get a grip. My mind was all over the place, a clear evidence of my unstable consciousness. I probably didn't get a good night's sleep. I likely went on and off between being awake and asleep due to the overwhelming pain. Honestly, I still had trouble keeping myself from fainting. The meager sound that left my mouth greatly lessened my pain. It increased again when I tried to breathe in a larger amount of air. I realized that the movement of my ribcage was constricted, and that helped me get a better grasp of my situation. I was constrained. My back, behind, and legs were against something cold and hard, probably a stony wall and floor. Fighting through the pain, I tried moving my arms and realized that they were bound right above my head. The hard metallic sound was probably made by chains. And finally, I got a full grasp of my situation. Basically, the bastards locked me up. My teeth were still clenched, and the small breaths I inhaled made weird sounds squeeze out through my spaces. They weren't pleasant to listen to, but I was thankful for any sensation that wasn't pain, anything to help me stay conscious. I couldn't take deep breaths because the constraints made my whole body heavy. It was like the time my ribcage was cracked. The simple act of breathing made my chest ache. I said something. The pain lessened, allowing me to utter something understandable. Before I knew it, I was staring daggers at the darkness. I couldn't stop myself from frowning in anger. Anger at my own stupidity. I couldn't see through Valeria Trifa. In hindsight, it was so easy to figure out his true nature. His priestly smile, with all its gentleness. It was clearly a smile brimming with affection. Affection one would feel for a puppy or kitten playing next to the road. It was either the leniency of a higher being looking down on a worthless little animal, or the whimsicality of a madman. Certain things felt off. Despite being Himuro's godfather, his age hardly matched his looks. Then there was the overwhelming power behind his presence. However, every time I felt something wrong around him, I wasn't able to let my doubts overtake me. I disregarded them as ridiculous, and it wasn't because of his cassock, nor the lightness of his words, or that smile. I just wished that it was the way I wanted it to be. I put a filter over my vision to make me see only what I wanted to see. I got screwed over because I wanted to get screwed over. If only I'd realized it a bit earlier, maybe then things wouldn't have turned out this way, and... No, stop that. Thoughts like that were completely meaningless. I breathed in some air just so I could sigh, and the pain that ran through my body made my emotions clear. The priest might have tried to fool me, but the only one that had succeeded in fooling anyone was my own self. I felt pathetic, but that anger that came along that was several times greater. Self-loathing didn't even begin to describe it. The pain didn't even feel like a punishment. I ignored reality by stupidly hoping that the worst-case scenario could never actually happen. I constantly had suspicions whispering in the back of my mind, but I didn't acknowledge them. Why? Because I didn't want to. Valeria Trifa was the divine vessel. And of course, once I accepted and followed that fact, it was obvious that Sister Lisa and Himuro weren't unrelated either. I wondered how Father Trifa actually viewed me. The more I kept thinking about him, the more hints emerged. Maybe he thought I was foolish enough that deceiving me would be pointless. Perhaps he never even tried. The idea made me exhale a sluggish sigh. The pain in my ribs and back still remained. I could almost feel my suicidal thoughts escape through the spaces between my teeth. Good riddance. They were way too thick to give room to any other thoughts. Even if I wanted to crack my skull open against some rock, I was in no state to do it. With my eyes now accustomed to the darkness, I glanced around. I was all alone in an unlit room. Just to be sure, I stopped breathing for a moment, but heard nothing and no one, even in complete silence. Right then, my next course of action would be to escape, obviously. No doubt about that. The fact they locked me up meant that they had no current plans to kill me, but that didn't change the fact that I was still in great danger. And of course, that meant that I had to escape. As for the method, well... I closed my eyes and focused on my inner self. I subconsciously mastered it. It melded into my consciousness so well that I didn't even know how to describe it anymore. Which was precisely why I knew for certain that nothing was working. I couldn't activate, form, or connect to Marie's consciousness. Was it because Reinhard destroyed the guillotine? Seeing how I myself was alive, I had hoped she would be too. That might have been too naive on my part, though. So I was in this fucked up situation as nothing more than a normal human being. The self-loathing and derision made me want to flagellate myself. I felt so pathetic I could only laugh. My own powerlessness made my stomach turn. Why the hell did they lock me up? What use would they have for someone this useless and pathetic? More importantly, I was defeated and had her taken away from me right before my eyes. Then what became of Cosme, Shiro, Father Trifa, and Himuro? I had to calm down. Losing her shouldn't render me completely powerless. Was I really that dependent on her? No, I wanted to support her. So how come I felt so useless just because my voice no longer reached her? The sound of my own breathing annoyed me. My racing heart felt like it was beating right next to my ears. Hardly the most pleasant thing to listen to. Slow down, goddammit. Normally a shake of my head would have taken care of it, but the tight bindings coupled with the overarching pain made that impossible. What was I to do? What would happen to me now? And what happened to Marie and Shiro? Was there anything I could do? I was so mad my consciousness began to fade. Fuck, at this rate, Suddenly my body froze. I even forgot to breathe. If I hadn't been bound, I'd have surely jumped up. My eyes were wide open. I didn't even blink as my gaze followed the direction the sound came from. However, I didn't even need to look up to know what it was. The creaking of the hinges, the opening of a heavy door made of steel. Someone opened the door to this room. I panicked so much that my thoughts were scrambled, and I didn't even hear the person approaching. Behind the abruptly opened door, I spotted a small silhouette bathed in light from the outside. It was... the single person bathed in the light was... someone I could recognize anywhere. The fleeting outline merged with the image I was familiar with and fixed her within my vision.
こんばんは、藤井君。
A face I knew well, a voice I couldn't mistake. However, all feelings of familiarity were overridden by the taste of despair. She was the one person I didn't want to see in my current situation.
思ったより驚きはしないのね。
The tone of that whisper was no different than usual. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. My calmness made me realize that I had given up on something right then and there. The place I belonged to was robbed from me and shattered beyond repair. my life was flipping between the ordinary and the extraordinary like a game of reverse eye. She was the last thread of hope for my day-to-day life, and her appearance here made it finally get consumed by the darkness. A part of me was glad, though. Having given up like this, I no longer had anything to lose. I could stare into the reality before me without any heavy sentimentalities weighing me down.
そんな目で見られると悲しいな。
The unchanged monotonous of her voice prevented me from getting a grasp of her emotions. The mysterious side of her that used to be charming and attractive had turned eerie and ominous.
ここで先輩が俺を助けに来てくれたなんて真っ先に思えるほどおめでたくはないんですよ。
ずいぶん夢がないことを言うのね。
まさか助けに来てくれたんですか？
残念ながらそうじゃない。
I nearly forgot my situation and let my attention slip away. Himuro was acting as arrogant as she was in my everyday life. However, I couldn't let myself get caught in that flow. I couldn't let this turn into a standard episode from a high school drama flick.
ってことは今のこの状況が互いの立場そのものってわけだ。
I moved my body and made the chains rattle.
先輩が看守、俺が囚人。
信じてとは言わない。けど私は藤井君の敵じゃない。
The fact that those words soothed my heart was absolutely embarrassing. I couldn't let my guard down. I couldn't take anyone at face value. It was a game of deception with the difficulty set to ultra hard. One careless move would send me straight to a bad end. Which was why.
じゃあトリファ神父は
Himuro and that priest lived in the same church, and now she had just walked into the room where he had me locked up. That meant she was just like him, a white chess piece turned black. That was by far the most logical conclusion.
彼は俺の敵だった。俺は負けてここに連れてこられた。そしてその場所に先輩が現れた。あの神父との関係を説明してもらえませんか？話はそれからです。
私の名付け親。
本当のことを教えてください。馬鹿し合いはもうたくさんだ。
嘘はついてないよ。
She answered with a perfect poker face. Her eyes were fixed on me, and I saw neither strength nor weakness within her gaze. Her pupils, akin to wintry lakes, made me feel uneasy. No good. I was the one interrogating her, damn it.
でも知っていたんですよね。
I gave my all to fight against it. Even made my question as blunt as possible to prevent her from noticing my hastening heartbeat.
神父のこと、あの連中のこと。
藤井君、さっきから私のことはどうでもいいみたいだね。
Her question caught me off guard.
私に関係のない人たちの話ばかりしてる。
それは。
No, that was a childish thing to say. For some reason, though, I couldn't string a proper response to that. It was because maybe, just maybe, she wasn't actually lying to me.
それに最初から私が君を騙したり裏切ったりそういうことをすると思ってる。
I couldn't really deny that. The resentment, the fear, and all the other emotions that were swirling within me. I felt them subside and lower my tension.
ただ先輩がこの場所にいるって事実がどうもしっくりこなくて。
そんなに不思議？
My eyes had already grown completely used to the darkness. The architecture of the stony prison walls and ceilings somehow seemed familiar.
ここは教会だよ。
それは分かってます。
そう。だったら私が自分の家にいるのは自然でしょ。
問題はそうじゃなくて。
My instincts were screaming that I was about to be caught in a really bad trap. Although I could probably chalk that up to my head finally having gotten completely fried and rendered utterly useless. Himuro was so close to me. In both mind and body, she was closer to me than ever before.
先輩に悪意がなくて、でも俺を助けてくれる気もないって言うなら。
Why did you come to this cell? I voiced the question plaguing
藤井君、単刀直入に言うね。
She spoke, her breath reaching my nose. It was so sweet and fresh that I felt like my own breathing would stop. Her allure made my heart turn restless.
私を抱いて。私を抱いてほしいの。
The words came so suddenly I had to take a moment to process them.
Huh?
Even I was surprised I could sound like that. That one sentence nearly made me forget the situation I was in, which only proved how unexpected her request was.
単刀直入じゃないね。少し抽象的だったかな。
Her weird comment on her own wording barely even mattered to me. She asked me to take her, but that could only mean...
そう。多分、君の考えてる想像で合ってる。君の反応も正しいよ。
I couldn't even begin to understand her. What was her position, her goal? Why do we have to do it here and now?
難しく考えないで。今はそのためだけの女だと思ってくれて構わないから。
そんな。
Something was off. Something was really off about her. Then again, that could be said about pretty much everything around me at this point. But all of it paled in comparison to the idea of doing it with Himuro in our current circumstances.
精神は肉体の玩具なんだって。そういう言い訳もあるみたいよ。
Her advances showed no hint of hesitation. Feeling the weight of her volition, I realized that her approach was neither joke nor whim.
ダメだ。
I tried to understand what felt so abnormal about her. The warm fingertips tracing my cheek, the humidity in her gaze, all of it made me feel uneasy. Almost as if I was looking at a little child overcome with desperation.
どうして。
藤井君には関係ないことだよ。
That couldn't be true. Himuro was acting way too weird. She was trembling with fear. She might have been looking straight into my eyes, but she wasn't seeing me. She was like a lost girl frantically running away from something.
動かないで。脱がせにくいから。
そんなこと。
Did she even consider the circumstances? My situation wasn't light enough for something like this. The mentality supporting these reasonable thoughts was growing ever more distant, turning dimmer with each passing second. She was looking at me with eyes half shut, paralyzing my body and rendering me silent. The fingers she placed on my cheek were shaking. Her eyes were barren. She was holding it all in, refusing to tell me a single thing. However, the abruptness of her current actions were so like her usual self that I couldn't help but get a heartache.
一体どうして。
Her movements came to a halt at my question, though seemingly not due to hesitation.
いらないんだよ、藤井君。理由なんていらないの。だから。
Himuro leveled her gaze with mine as she went on, her voice but a whisper.
軽蔑してくれていいから。
そんなこと。
I couldn't. There was no way I could listen to the words of someone who didn't seem to hold a sliver of hope.
今だけで。
She was about to say something, but then suddenly stopped. She seemed to be lost in thought to the point where it seemed like she had completely shut out the outside world. It was a state completely unique to her, as well as undeniable proof that the person before me was, indeed, Irae Himuro. Alright then, how would I deal with this?
ダメだ。
I kept thinking and thinking and thinking, but in the end could only shake my head. No amount of thinking could make it seem less strange. I felt like there was no rhyme or reason to her actions, and I couldn't bring myself to believe that anything good could come out of this. Also, above all, I was deeply worried about Marie. She wasn't with me. I clearly remembered how the monstrous gold broke the guillotine and made her shatter into little pieces. What had become of her since then? From the fact that I was still breathing, I could assume that she too was still alive. The idea that she died filled me with paralyzing uneasiness.
今更だよ、藤井君。
Frankly, I found Himuro's advances to be very attractive. However,
今更なんかじゃないさ。
I didn't want to lose anyone from our group. I didn't want those bastards to take anyone away from me, so I couldn't play along with Himuro's desperation. After all, I...
諦めてないんだ俺は。
That was why I couldn't let her complete her punishment to herself. It would be way too pathetic for me to give up and let her have her way with me. I might have looked miserable, but the fang in my heart was still sharp. I looked her straight in the eyes, imploring her to believe me. After staring at each other for a while, she, even though it didn't seem like she actually listened to me, backed away.
言っておくけど、私諦めてないからね。
変な拗ね方しないでくださいよ。
うるさいよ、バカ。藤井君なんか嫌いだ。
I felt like that wasn't the first time she told me that. Anyway, it seemed like I got her into a state I could converse with. I had no idea why she was trying to do it with me, but I figured being honest was the best course of action here, so...
まあ元気そうでよかったですよ。心配してたし気にしてた。また先輩と話せて嬉しい。
She looked away and nodded while hanging her head in embarrassment. I pretended to ignore that and went on.
っていうかここ前にも思ったけど忍者屋敷みたいなとこですね。抜け道とか地下牢とかこんな状況じゃなかったら探検してみたいけど。ああ、それと先輩のその格好は一体どこを目指してるんですか？刺激的っていうかなんていうかゲームで回復魔法とか使いそうだよ。
If I had to find other comparisons, I'd go for Shrine Maiden, Shaman, or what was it again? Right, Druid.
祭壇とかの上に乗せられて祈ってそうなイメージ。
つまり
She cut me off right before I could say how perfect of a fit it was for someone living in a church.
生贄っぽいって言いたいんでしょ。
No way, I'd never think that. Her unexpected response rendered me completely speechless.
ごめん、冗談。
Was she really, though? The amount of feelings poured into her tone seemed way beyond the level of a meager joke. There was resignation, there was ridicule, there was cursing, then there was a hint of lament and anger. She wasn't one to show a lot of emotion in her daily life, so I didn't think my ears deceived me.
いいよ、もう。きっとツケが回ってきちゃったんだと思う。この1年半くらい楽しかったよね、藤井君。
A year and a half since I rolled into the high school and met her there.
時間が止まればいいと思った。
The words that a certain idiot thought on a daily basis. But the earth continued to rotate and time continued to flow. All that had an end would eventually reach it.
私、あまり怒ったりしないんだけど、いくつか許せないことがあるんだ。
She looked at me. I could spot the self-derision in her tone.
それは君にあったこと。カール・クラフトが許せない。
Who? I was puzzled by the unfamiliar name, but she paid no heed to my confusion and continued to speak.
どうして君なの？
She touched my cheek and continued to quietly word her grudges.
私、君でもこの気持ちは私のものなの？私に優しい君の気持ちは誰のものなの？君が君じゃなかったら私と君は出会わなかったの？
Do you love Teresia or not? The same question I was asked by Valeria Trifa, the divine vessel. What did she know? What was she saying? What did I want to know?
君と一緒にいるのが楽しいって思う私が一番許せない。だからきっと悪いのは私なんだね。ツケが回ってきたっていうのはそういうこと。だって君がどうだろうと、たとえ普通の男の子でも今が来ればもう会えないって分かってたんだもん。 時間が止まればいい。今がやってこなければいい。たとえやってきてもね、藤井くん。君も、綾瀬さんも、遊佐くんも、きっと、何も知らないままいなくなっちゃうから、それでもいいやって。友達のまま、さよならできるだろうから、それはそれでいいやって。ずるいね。汚いね。私って。だから今、こんな風に、いた。
先輩。
She looked down and bit her lip, trembling as she cradled her own shoulders with her arms. The gist of what she said was that she knew the crazy events surrounding us were going to happen. However, she didn't expect me to be a part of it too. Not a moment within our daily life together was a lie, and the fact that it had been so mercilessly destroyed pained her to no end. It was making her hate both me and herself. Then what did she mean by bringing up the scenario where I'm a normal student, or by saying that her group could have made our friendly goodbyes? It felt almost as if she or the rest of us, or maybe both, were going to disappear for good.
もう痛いのは、いや。君が嫌がること、できない。そうするのが一番いいって分かってるのに、君が拒むから、できない。
Saying that, Himuro zipped up my pants, fastened my belt, fixed my clothes, and looked at me as if saying she wouldn't do anything more. Then, after getting into a more comfortable posture, she put on a bashful smile and pressed her lips against mine.
勝ってね、藤井くん。負けないで。
So if you want to see what she's wearing.
もう、それしかないよ。
The kiss lasted for only a moment. It was less of a touch and more of a light graze. I tried to reach out to her as she stood up, but my binds restrained me. And I could do nothing but watch as she walked away from me without looking back. While silently walking away from the cell, Reinhard noticed something strange around her. No, that expression was unbefitting her case, for what she felt was part of her daily life. Often may have been, but hardly unusual. She'd always felt as if someone was watching her, observing each and every second of her life, regardless of where she was, whose company she shared, and what she was doing. Even at that moment, she felt the presence of a woman ridiculing her, a disinterested man, and a woman doing her best not to show emotion. Irae was within the range of hearing and field of vision of these human-like creatures as they focused their direct, yet roundabout attention on her. But that wasn't all. She also felt what seemed like fate itself. As cliché as that sounded, though, she had no intention of decorating her situation with such gaudy descriptions. Basically, she was a prisoner of something she was unable to describe, a bird in a cage owned by something beyond herself. That particular something was so grand that the focus of those people and their gazes engulfing her at that moment weren't even worth the attention. It was ordinary. This was her day-to-day life, ever unchanging. No more than a slightly annoying inconvenience she could easily ignore. Or so she thought. It made her angry, drove her up the wall, right to the limit of bearability. Her self-restraint was shrieking as her patience almost started to break. The ridiculing woman was fine, but the disinterested man too, and though the woman showing no emotion was rubbing her the wrong way, it wasn't enough for Irae to not tolerate her. Her problem lay with the other two. One was a woman acting oblivious, pretending to see and hear nothing. Irae didn't actually feel her presence, but exactly because of that lack of her attention, she was able to see the woman's stance in her situation. And in all honesty, it felt like a sick joke. What was Irae supposed to take from this? If the woman had the emotional capacity to sympathize with her and respect her privacy, why wasn't she trying to help her? Why wasn't she speaking up? In the end, she was just a hypocrite, only good at hesitating and worrying. If she was unable to or refused to do anything, Irae would have preferred she stopped acting like she understood her. Then there was the one man Irae had more problems with than anyone else. He grieved, he lamented. He was the pervert who shed tears of sorrow with an expression of pure ecstasy on his face, acting like he became a virtuous saint, blessed with a heavy trial from God. The man wallowed in his own pain like an alcohol enthusiast in fine wine. Was she candy to him? Poisonous yet too sweet to pass up. Enough of the sick jokes. This part of him was truly...
大嫌い。
She stopped, glared into the darkness, and squeezed out those words.
大嫌いだよ、みんな。死んじゃえばいい。
That hurts, doesn't it? Upsets you, doesn't it? But you like that, right? Be happy then. Laugh. Sure, you're always smiling, but that's just a mask, right? Where'd you get it anyway? I want one too. She continued staring daggers at the darkness for a dozen or so seconds, but then got disinterested by the lack of response and decided to make her leave. But then...
リザとは仲良くしなさい。これは命令です。
うるさい。
Her voice, as she said that, was loud enough to surprise even herself. The priest warned her she would eventually come to regret it otherwise.
後悔って何？後で悔やむの後っていつ？私にそんなものが。
Her shout got drowned out by his arrogant words.
彼女がいなくなってしまえば、誰が朝寝坊なあなたを起こして学校に行かせるのですか？
うるさいバカ。もう話しかけないでバカ。
Yelling that, Rhea stormed off into the darkness. With that, the presence of the sneering woman, the disinterested man, and the emotionless woman vanished like mist. However, the considerate woman who hid her presence slowly started to follow Rhea as the darkness welcomed her. The man who had just been told that he was hated saw the spectacle, and it made him wear a wry smile. As fleeting as it was, I could still feel Himuro's smell tickling my nose. It didn't even have time to fade before my solitude was broken once more. I heard the heavy door open. Not a single part of me thought that she returned, and the ominous presence leaking into the cell quickly confirmed that I was right. It might have lacked hostility and malice, but it was definitely not friendly either. Then, of course, there was the density of the person's presence, impossible to achieve by one's lonesome. Like everyone in their band of psychos, he had a step that felt like the march of hundreds, perhaps even thousands, something he didn't even try to conceal. The door was fully open, and my visitor was...
災難でしたね、藤井さん。
Valeria Trifa. My situation finally got the appropriate person in the appropriate event.
立場上、テレジアの非礼はお詫びします。あなたは丁重に扱わなければならない。
これが丁重だって。
I reminded him that I was bound from head to toe and rendered unable to do any worthwhile movements.
少なくとも、あなたを精神的に疲弊させるつもりはない。重いでしょう、そういうものは。
別に。
Regardless of what her goals were, the short moment I spent with Himuro wasn't encumbering at all. Hell, I think her visit actually helped me.
今あの人はどこに？
さて、怒っているようでしたからね。そういう状態の女性には近づかない主義なのですよ。張り手くらい受けてやってもいいのですが、あいにく今はそういうわけにもいかない。不忠になる。
With a small smirk on his face, Father Trifa spoke senseless words as he walked up and freed one of my arms.
あとは自分でおやりなさい。
He gave me a key. I wordlessly took it and started using it. Within a few minutes, I regained my freedom. During that time period, Father Trifa didn't speak a word. And as if that wasn't enough, when I stood up, he just turned his back on me and started leaving the cell. That behavior made me click my tongue. He took no precautions against the possibility of my escape or counter-offense. And it wasn't because he believed me or anything. He simply knew that I could be easily taken care of if I tried anything. The bastard knew I was powerless in my current state. There was no point in me proudly standing up and pretending I was fine while still fighting the creaks of pain all over my body. Then again, I guess I had to be at least somewhat passable. Though it might have been pointless from a tactical perspective, I really didn't want to look pathetic in front of this man. A show of will was the only weapon I could use in my current situation.
何をしているのですか？ついてきなさい。
どこへ？
I had a hunch, but it couldn't hurt to ask, right? And sure enough, the response was...
ハイドリ秘境がお待ちです。
The intensity of the event that would soon befall me was so great I couldn't help but regret my nonchalant question.
ところで
Screw it, in for a penny, in for a pound. As we walked the dark stony corridor, I asked him something else.
シスターは今どこに？
さて、
In response, Father Trifa put on a bitter smile.
おそらくテレジアのところというか、部屋から締め出されたドアの前で拉致もないことを語りかけているのでしょう。彼女はそういう人だ。私は素晴らしいと思いますよ。あの方は女性というものを見事に体現していらっしゃる。情を捨てられず流されながらも、真の部分ではひどく精度の良い天秤をお持ちだ。こと選ぶという行為において、女性は男のようにみっともなく揺れたりしない。泣いていようが叫んでいようが正反対のことを言っていようが、するべきことは最初から決めているのですよ、彼女たちはね。リザは信用に足る。私にとってもあなたにとってもテレジアにとっても、まあそれだけに痛ましくもありますが、この先あなたと対峙するような事態になっても何かうまいことやってくれるでしょうよ、彼女ならね。少なくとも私よりはあなたに好ましい対応をするはずだ。
じゃあ
Me and Sister Lisa facing one another as enemies was not a scenario I wanted to imagine in the first place, but if I had to, it was best left for later. The present, the reality before me had enough problems for me to deal with.
あんたはどうなんだよ、神父さん。
私ですか？言ったでしょう。あなたに害しか及ぼしません。
His tone was so light you think he was inviting me over for tea.
ならあんたに案内されてるこの先は俺にとって最悪の場所ってわけだ。
否定はできませんね。何をもって最悪とするかはともかく、私はあなたと同じ立場にはなりたくない。
シスターのことを話してる時は俺にもまだ先がありそうな言い回しだったけど、
わからないのですよ。わからない。
His words rang with earnestness rather than grandeur, at least to my ears.
ハイドリ秘境の意図するところなど私にはわからない。故にあなたがどうなるかもわからない。別に脅すつもりはありませんが、楽観しない方が良いでしょう。一度生かされたからといって二度目があるとは限らない。あの方は何というか、こちらの都合など一切お構いなしなのですよ。彼の中では自然な理屈があるのでしょうが、昔からはっきり言って理解できない。要するに常識で測れない。
あんたに常識がうんぬん言われたくはないけどね。
He did have a point, though. That thing is both beyond sense and reason. Hell, I was breaking the rules just by being alive right now. Normally I should have died instantly the very moment he appeared. Part of me wanted to ask him about why that didn't happen, but I refrained. Father Trifa had already said he didn't understand it, so he probably wouldn't have an answer. Instead, I decided to ask something else. A meaningless question with no ulterior motive or deep desire for knowledge behind it. However, it was also a question that would confirm just how abnormal this priest really was.
年いくつ？
And he answered.
さて、90の半ばを超えたあたりでしょうか。おおよそ1世紀生きていると言えばいいですかね。我々の中では比較的年長な方ですよ。とは言っても、あなたから見れば90も80も大差ない年寄りでしょうが。
そう、やっぱり。
I always felt something off about him being Himuro's godfather, and it turned out that the feeling wasn't unfounded. Father Trifa was easily old enough to have lived through World War II, yet here he was, right here, unchanged since then, an immortal, unfit to be called human.
なら、あれはやっぱりあれでいいんだ。
ハイドリ秘境のことですか？ええ、有名な方ですから、あなたも知っているでしょう。ラインハルト・トリスタン・オイゲン・ハイドリヒ大将閣下。真実の1割も記されていない教科書でさえ 彼が最も恐ろしい魔性だったと言っているでしょう。その評価は間違っていない万分の1以下の過小評価ではありますがね。それでも彼は図抜けていた。唯一例外は副首領閣下くらいでしょうか。
そいつの名前は？
おや、知らないのですか？まあ確かにこの国の学生が知っているほど著名ではないですが、それについてはハイドリヒ教ご本人からお聞きなさい。